Hello, peeps. Welcome to another episode of our live stream Let's Play in the desert biome. So this is our third stream of this playthrough. So in our last ones, we completed our space elevator milestone and unlocked the stuff for starting tier 3, which we made it all the way through. We got our coal power up and running. We unlocked our upgraded conveyor belts, our conveyor poles. We did unlock the rebar gun, but I haven't made one and most likely won't make one because I don't really care for the rebar gun too much. And then we have started on our tier 4 stuff, and I elected to move forward with the improved melee combat to get the Xeno Basher, because I like the Xeno Basher so much better than the little zappers. So we have rotors already automated, so now our next thing is taking a look at modular frames, because this should be, this is kicking out rotors, which we probably have a decent amount of these already, getting built up. We plopped this guy down at the end of the last stream just to take a look at what we need for modular frames. So we need 12 reinforced plates per minute, along with 6 iron rods. Now, I believe we only currently have this guy right here, I believe he's making plates, just regular iron plates. This guy is kicking out to, alright, so this must be our reinforced plates out of this machine, out of this assembler, and we have it set at 7.5 per minute, but it's only running at like 82%. Now, why is that? Because we have this overclocked to be kicking out 25 per minute, which is what this needs for iron plates. We need 60 screws per minute, which this is kicking out 60.3. So I don't understand why this is not operating at 100% efficiency. It should be. There should not be a pause, because we already have over 10 iron plates in there. We have more than enough screws. I mean, I guess we could throw some additional iron plates in there to make sure, but this should basically never stop running. Let's take a look at this. So this is, we'll see what we're at when this thing completes, because it should. So this will be at, this was at 76 and it dropped down to 66. So it should go back up to about 76 by the time this completes its process, its crafting process. Hey Sin, how are you doing? So actually, yeah, that does drop down a little bit, which doesn't make sense, because so 67.58. So for some reason, even though this says it needs 25 per minute, it does not appear to be getting that, even though this is kicking out 25.05 per minute. Oh, because it needs 50 ingots? Maybe I'm not putting enough ingots into it? Okay, that's our problem, is we're only putting 30 ingots into it. So that's what's killing our production of our plates down there, why it's not at 100%. So in order to get this up to the proper percent, we need to kind of need to like, in a way, like double it up. I wonder if it would be worthwhile. We have the power. I don't have any power shards on me. We could overclock that constructor a little bit. I don't have a lot of power shards. Do I have stuff to make more? Yeah, I have stuff to make 2 more. Oh, what do we got? We gotta get some, I'm sure we have stuff we could research. Analysis of caterium, or caterium? I don't remember how she says it.
New technologies have been developed based on this new element, primarily in power and electronics, and can now be accessed in Hub Tier 3.
So, now we can do quick wire. And that will be a new milestone that we can select in here, so. Which will be good, because this will give us the Blade Runners. And we actually have enough to do this one now, which might be a alright thing to do really quick, because it gives us the +5. I have iron waiting to go in the conveyor. Yeah, I have the iron coming in. And this is kicking out at 100%, but I need to get it up to 50.1. See if that's 45. So we probably need to go like 175. That's a little too much. What did we need? 50.1. There we go, 50.1. So, we should have more than enough ingots coming in, I believe. I think we got I believe that comes from a pure node, so it should be 60. So we should have 60 right here in this spot. Yeah, I was thinking about taking this one off, because this is just 2 that feed into the storage here. Which this storage is probably almost full. So I could take these off and put those into here too, but I think now that I overclocked this smelter, it's kicking out the 50.1 ingots that we need to go into here. So now this is operating at 100% to give us our 25 per hour or per minute that we need for this. So now this should be, this efficiency should creep up now to 100%. Because we're getting 60 screws and now we'll be getting 25 plates. But we do want plates coming out, but we're gonna need plates for our modular frames. We're gonna need reinforced plates for that. So we almost need to get a second thing running. This is only capable of 7.5. And we need 12. And the iron rods, I think we only have one constructor of iron rods. Oh, we do have 2 constructors of iron rods, which are 15 and 15, so that's 30. I can't afford it. Get back over here and check this out. So we'll be able to, we'll have to underclock this one a little bit. We can underclock this down to what we're getting. Actually, we get 30 per minute for iron rods. We need 12. Okay. I guess the first thing we need to look at doing is going to be getting more iron to here, so I kind of think at this point, I know I kind of talked about it at the end of last stream, or towards the end of last stream, is most likely needing to take out this line of iron that's coming and convert it over to these stackable poles, and then tapping into the other, I think there was 2 more nodes up there. So then we have 3 full lines of iron coming from over there. So let's go ahead and do that. I do not have any miners with me, portable miners. I'll probably want to grab a few more rods to make some more of the poles. We have no miners in there, so we'll need to make 2 miners. And then chat lag is bad. I noticed it the other night when I streamed that it was there is quite a bit of lag from what I play and move to what actually comes through. I don't know if it's a setting that I don't have set right yet, because some of the stuff changed since I was last streaming. Okay, we're gonna have a full inventory. Hopefully we don't need to pick anything up while we're out here. grab one. Let's grab one stack of that stuff. So let's make sure we have enough to make. So we have enough stuff for miners. We need 2 miners, and then the only other thing we need, obviously, is make sure we have enough plates for conveyors and enough other materials for the poles, which I think we should. So and I do think I am just going to continue. I'll have to pull that stuff up. Continue building out across over this lake. Of course, a lot of this stuff that I have built up, as far as some of these little production lines that I have built up here, quite a few of them are actually probably going to get removed and rebuilt in kind of better layout. Yeah, since the last time I streamed quite a while ago, because before I started streaming Satisfactory again, the settings and a lot of that stuff has changed. And then I do actually use Streamlabs OBS for streaming, because they have a cool app that you can download, which allows you to basically have a little remote control for your stream on your phone. So I have like my Android phone open up, sitting on my desk next to me, so that I have quick access to other like shortcuts for muting the mic if I need to go on break or do other things like that. It's kind of like a poor man's Steam Deck or whatever they're called. In my first world, I've done some building up. Like my copper plant has 2 levels in it. Whoa, stay away from that guy. Where am I going? There's a couple of those plants all over here. So my copper plant has at least 2 levels in it. I believe my reinforced iron plate factory that I made has 2 levels on it, because I believe I tapped into that to do the modular frames on the 2nd level. This one I'm just really getting kind of started. I have some thoughts and ideas on how I want to do things a little bit differently versus some of the other builds that I've done on some of my other worlds. But the trick is going to be to do things different enough between this playthrough and my other YouTube playthrough. Because obviously I don't want to be doing the same thing on both playthroughs. Oh, not enough space to pick up that ore. Well then, I really don't have anything that I would want to get rid of. I guess for now we will just drop the wire down. I think we can pick it up when we're done. let's clear this one off too while we have the open space. And then we're just gonna basically throw this ore into the trash can. And let's go pick back up this wire. Oh, there we go. Cable. Not wire, it's cable. Okay, miner, are you? You are not. Or are you? Just want to make sure they're facing the right direction. Okay, we've got them facing the right direction. We need to get power over to them. Make sure we're not clipping into anything. It's really close to clipping that little line, that little pole there, but see, there's one YouTube channel that I've watched some of his videos, and I don't know, can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he does a setup, and I think I'm gonna try to do a build like it on this, in this world. But basically you have your foundations laid down for your floor. And then you bring your materials in, and then on the ends of your build you basically use these conveyor walls basically on the ends of your build. So you stack these up, and then you use those walls then to basically move your product, whether it's your raw materials or your, I don't know if I can reach it to do it. So then you just do that, and then you just keep basically kind of coming back and forth. But then when you get to like inside of your building, so like in here you could have your walls up, but then where you need to come in at, you use one of these walls, and then here would be, this level would be another floor basically then, so then you would have your next level of machines up here. So then you would have your smelters on the bottom level, your ore would come into your smelters, and then your smelters would kick the ingots out into your conveyor tower basically at the end, pull it off where you need it on each level, so that basically on this side would be going up, and then on the other end you would do the same thing, but it would be your product coming back down. He does it kind of this way. My thought of kind of modifying it and changing it a little bit was to take and add, like, this would be the outside of his build. Add one more set of foundations so I could frame this side in so you don't actually see all of the belts sticking out, just to make it look a little cleaner. But so that is a way that I do kind of plan on building on, probably on this world. It might end up being on the other world, but I kind of think on this world. Kind of thinking on this world was, I have all those foundations that I'm laying down over that lake that's there, is kind of doing a combination of one large build and small builds kind of together. So basically everything will be on one big large platform out above that lake area. But then on that large platform, there'll be several smaller factories that are built up. And then, so there'll be like spaces between each factory, but they're all on one large platform. And then I think on my other YouTube world, I might just build like one big large factory, just to keep it different from each other. So we need to figure out how we're going to do this. So first things first is we can go ahead and just get that stopped so it's not adding anymore, and just let that finish there while we work on getting all of these lines kind of added together. I almost wonder if I should have laid down foundation here where these are all probably don't need to worry about foundation. I'm probably not going to come back out this way very often. But now, is it going to be better to turn this like right away? Here, or should I run it all the way in a line to down here? Where was that? That might be better. Okay, so we have that one at least to that point. Let's figure out how we want to get this one. Kind of just to over in the same general location. How will this look? I think that looks terrible. I think that looks fine. And then we go like so. this needs to come back. Actually, let's connect this first. Let's make sure this will work. Still not gonna work. Alright. What if we go up there? Alright, that'll work. And that should work. Okay, so that gets us all onto this line. And then we just need to start running this over back to the base. Alright, let's go up one more. So we'll go there. Let's grab that top one. There. Doing MK1 conveyors coming out of miners, MK2s after merger. That'll make it easier to come up. So these are normal nodes. They're going to be kicking out 60 per minute. The belts carry them 60 per minute. The best we could do would be in the future. The best we could do in the future would be to upgrade these to MK2 miners, which then would give us better, more resources out with them. I should have some iron on, yeah. Let's trash that just to make sure we have enough space. And this one could be an issue. Nope. Don't really care for it being right in the rock like that, but I know one thing I was thinking about doing I didn't do it. I didn't do it yet. I was considering doing like a foundation, basically a foundation walkway across here, and maybe I would rather do it that way, and then putting the poles on top of that walkway, because it would look a lot cleaner. Because then I can make basically a straight line. Oh, merge all three of these miners into one line. I can only do an MK2 belt, so the best I would be able to do would be only having to run 2 lines. I would still have to run 2 lines. All of them wouldn't, because each one kicks out 60, so I'd need to be able to put out 130, or not 130, 180. So I need to unlock the MK3 belts to be able to do all 3 of these miners onto one. I got more than enough concrete that I could span this with like a bridge. Maybe that's what I want to do. What do you think, bridge or just poles across the ground like this? Kind of think the only thing with the bridge is making sure that it's high enough to be flat the whole way. And then high enough to be able to... Where are the miners at? So I wouldn't be able to make it come exactly straight. So it comes off of there. I'd end up having to turn somewhere. I do like the idea of one single belt instead of 3 belts. I do like the idea of the bridge. Let's try the bridge. Said we have enough concrete to do it because our storage is full of our on concrete. Maybe we can just make a floaty bridge. We can make a floaty bridge for now. And then fix it back up later. Our ore hasn't even finished making it all the way down here yet. Let's grab some more concrete. We might want to add another storage container onto this for now. So we're gonna need quite a bit of concrete. Why did that say it was lined up and it wasn't even close to being lined up? That'll get more concrete kicking out. We'll grab a full stack. Drilled our floor out here a ways. Kind of figure out where the best spot to. Maybe we come down here, and I think we're gonna have to come up farther. And some of this iron that I'm grabbing, gonna bring over to the base is obviously gonna be iron that's gonna go towards our steel production. I was thinking of moving our space elevator and our hub more over into this area, kind of in between these trees at this end of the factory, or the base layout, I guess. Not really a factory, but alright, maybe one more. Get across the water, and then we'll work on building a ramp up from here. The only thing I don't like is I don't necessarily care for how this looks. The underside of this. Maybe it would look better if I did that with that. Conveyor pole trick for ladders to get up. The flat rock? This flat rock or this flat rock? I should unlock these blade runners, actually. Let me check that milestone, because that'll allow us to walk around so much faster. I I kind of don't remember if I needed modular frames for the milestone tier 3 Caterium. Okay, we're gonna switch to this milestone really quick so we can get these blade runners. We have the wire, we have the cable. We don't have the reinforced onus or the rotors, but they'll be in our storage, so. Grab the rotors. Grab the reinforced. And we can get the blade runners. Then we can get around faster. I think that'll be a smart thing to do since we're doing some kind of, not necessarily exploring, but our building is involving us to do some running around.
Caterium acquisition unlocked, additional to new equipment, building and parts utilizing basic Caterium properties. R&D insisted on inflating your pocket dimension.
We could do these. I mean, we have the milestone to do the next tier belt, so then we could just run one belt. But I don't have the modular frames automated yet, and I don't have motors automated yet. So let's go back to this. Oh, I suppose it would help if we actually go and craft our blade runners. We need quick wire. And I don't remember how much quick wire we needed, but I can make quick wire. Okay. That should give us all we need to make. Oh, what am I short on? Oh, just a little bit more quick wire. Alright then. C. Caterium ore. Okay, do I have... do I have enough stuff on me to be able to craft a workshop? Yes, I do. The equipment workshop. So I get over to this Caterium ore location. I can harvest some ore off of that, and I can get the blade runners made. You know, I was going to ramp this up here to stay above this location, but the chances of me driving a vehicle through this location are slim to none, so I can probably just go ahead and continue on to like here. And then I think it'll be the same up here. chances of me driving a vehicle up here are going to be really slim to none, so. And it looks like we're gonna hit straight to our miners, basically, so this will make a nice straight line. Recover a little bit of our material. I'm gonna move the, I'll move the power too. I might as well run the power up here along with the ore. Yeah, that was a lucky guess for where to come out for making it across here. Grab some more of these items that we won't need down there anymore. I might have to I'll have to fix up the input of how they get onto here. But this will work out good. Alright, where's that catering? That's our first, that's my first goal. Oh, we went right by it? Okay. I never saw it. It's back there somewhere. Okay, how are we going to do this? Start from there. Gotta love this. Just put all this stuff in there and already tore it all apart. It's kind of the story of this game, though. Alright. I think that might work fine. How do we want to run these? Probably off to the side. And we need at least 3. this work as a thing? Tearing it all apart. Building over, starting from new. Because this will help us kind of, I think this will help us line up better. Uh-oh, did it leave? Did it leave a little suitcase underneath one of the, yeah, it did. That's because I have all this ore in my inventory. We don't want to lose that. All right, perfect. Now, just hopefully these are low enough that the miners will go through them. Okay. Okay, we have one little problem. And that is we are at a half level. So I guess we could just do the small ramp. But how does that look? I don't know if I can. See, I can't get any lower than this. Q production miner. Okay, it does fit. So that's a good thing. Alright. Not looking bad. Not looking bad. It's workable. I think this, I'm going to do it this way. We will do... We'll do the small one at the bottom. Like so. Like that. I think that'll look better. That'll look smoother. Yeah. I like that better. Okay, And we need one more miner. And this one, I think we actually are going to turn it backwards. Like so. And then we can pull this out into this line. Turn it onto this line, which will go straight up that way. Something like that. Yeah, there's the shallow ramp that I got in there. So let's go with one of these guys. Okay, that works good. If we go with this guy. I think we're gonna have to go there, and I don't know if it's gonna make that turn. Oh, it does. I don't know if I want it to make that turn though. Okay. So figure out how I want to do this. you asked that before I placed it. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to look at the settings. I know there's like slow chat mode and all this other different weird settings, and that might be part of it. Otherwise, there might be like a delay setting that I can change. And I think on this one, I want to turn it relatively quickly. And get it going up. Oh wait, we want it all the way over to the side though. Okay. That is probably going to be too steep. I do like the challenges of this, trying to figure out how to lay this out so it's like perfect with the 90s. And so if we go there, if this goes up to there and then this one up to there, this is not a 90 though. Still not a 90. This could be a problem because of the miner not being on there straight. It's going to come off of there a little crooked. Yes, this is minorly crooked too, but I think that's going to be the best. Ooh, that's really bad down there though. It's gonna probably be the best that I can do with them not necessarily sitting square on the without them sitting square on the foundations. We'll have to deal with, we'll have to live with that little bit of, there is one, actually I take that back. There's one thing we can do. And that is, we should be able to, can we do it with the, how does this look? I don't know which one I like better. That little tiny little swerve, or just going with where it jots out a little bit, or I mean, we have options, or that where it kind of goes over. I think I like this one the best. It just jots over a little bit and it kind of makes that 90. This one, I think I can live with that one. Same with this one. The only thing is now I need to fix this because that is not very 90-ish. Okay. See if we can get this to work. This will go to this line instead. This will go to this line. That to there, and then from here we'll start to get up onto the stackables. How does that look? It's nice and straight. I think that looks fine. I can live with that. Alright. Now we can make the trip back home. And let's see how far we can actually grab from the bottom. Stretch this out as far as we can. I just hope I have enough material to make it back. This did turn out looking a lot cleaner than the way that I was going to do it on the ground. We're probably going to run out of plates. In fact, I'm pretty confident we are. Yeah, 'cause we're down to 39 plates already. Yeah, I see that over there. Where is my Caterium ore at? Up there on top of that hill. I wonder if I can ramp. I should be able to ramp right up on top of there and go tap into that ore too. Which would be kind of nice. Let's see how this works out. And we'll have to fix all of this floaty time. Oh, it's a pier node. The summer slops. All right. Let us. Okay, we make a crafting bench. Make a few more ingots. Did I bring? Okay, I do have the quick wire. Now we make our equipment workshop. Make our blade runners. And we're also going to make a portable miner. Because we can jump onto this node right away. Oh, there's a slug up there too. We just have to get power up here. Which will be easy when I run the new power for that. cool. Let's put our Blade Runners on. There we go. Now we can run and jump. Yay. We're set up for our Caterium ore. Let's see. How do we want to do this? I know this isn't a terrible situation, but it bugged me enough that we should pick one of these and roll with it. So let's come over 3 from here. So we're a straight shot. There we go. That works good. Can I reach that belt? Now if I can reach those belts, that'll give me a... That'll give me some more plates. I got it. We might as well grab this summer slop. Summer sloop. Slop. Loop. It'll be sloop. Okay. This is turning out really good. That's not the right way. And then I think that will be the right spot. And we need to add another. Oh no, wait, we're not even close. Well, we're close, but we need to be over 1 because this is gonna come down like here. Unless we do it. I love the building mechanics on this game where you can basically build something and tear it right back down instantly and get all your materials back. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3 before 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically only need does this work? No, too steep. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can handle that. think that's better. Okay. We need to run and get more plates. I actually prefer the looks. I know the single pole is cheaper. I prefer the looks of the stackables though. I'm happy I got the Blade Runners. Let's go tear all of this down. Actually, we might as well take the power out while we're at it. We'll definitely have to fix the floaty time. Well, this will be awesome because we got our Caterium ore and we have way more iron ore now coming into our base. Should have seen getting my my coal from my coal is like way up on top of the rocks, way up on top of them waterfalls, and it ended up being quite the adventure to get up there. Where does this power connect at? Right up there. So if we go let's go there. You can come over. Yeah, it was a kind of a long stream. I did share the I did share a part of it where where I was doing trying to do the recording for the automation of the autopilot for the truck or the tractor. And yeah, there's a spot where I have to drive through some of the gassy plant area. And I came through there a little too fast and I lost control after hitting some rocks and pretty much fell over the edge of the cliff. Let's run our power back. know if we'll have enough to make it all the way back or not, but let's see, how do we want to do this one? I guess let's stop it here. Maybe. If I go here, will it clip through the other belts? Let's try it. I should have enough belts. Yeah, I have, after cleaning up those. Okay, so that goes there. You go there. You go there. So now, can you reach across to here without... Oh yeah, that should work fine. And then come up to here. And then connect. Perfect. Except for this is not connected. And now it is. Okay, so I think that looks fine. I think I can deal with all of that. Power's not clipping through, the wire just goes in between there. This could be a little bit farther back though. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work better. We're getting there. Maybe should have been running a power though too. Got to be a little more efficient with the construction here. Gonna reach. Did you catch any of the any of the first? I think I only noticed it on the second stream. But if you look, there's actually a creature that swims through these waters. You can see it coming right over there. So last stream, I was too chicken to jump in the water at first, but I did eventually end up jumping in the water. And it actually dives underwater when it gets close to you, and it doesn't attack you. It like dives underwater and disappears. See? And then it'll come back up. Swims right by these rocks. But it was pretty freaky when I first noticed that creature swimming around there. Now this is actually going to be kind of a tough spot right here. And I'll probably end up having to redo some of this. Because I'm only expanded out this far so far. And eventually I want to fill all of this in. So eventually some of this stuff will probably need to get split off back here. But I'll have to adjust that later. Since now I need it to come all the way into here. What's gonna be the best way to tie this power in? Maybe off of this middle? Alright, Sin. Thanks for hanging out for a while. I think once I get this belt put in here, I'm probably going to be calling it a night too. I might get the belt, get the belts finished, get the power. The power should be hooked up. Can't tell on the top of that miner up there, but power should be hooked up. And I'll get the rest of this, the ores ran down here, and get this iron hooked back up to here so these rotors can keep being manufactured, and we'll go from there. I'll pick up a stream again some other day. Maybe tomorrow night actually. I might stream some more again. But thanks for hanging out. How am I doing on other inventories? Should be good. I have enough inventory. I better grab a few more. So I might as well grab a few more iron plates just to make sure I have enough. get back up here and finish running these belts the rest of the way. They should be, yep, that has power, so everything should have power. Should actually be able to climb up here and see iron starting to come close to us. Pretty sure I connected everything up on this end down here. Yep, here it comes. Okay. So we got iron coming, we got caterium coming, we just need to finish the belts to the base and then we can start getting things crafting with those materials. Oh, that was close to running off. I'm glad I grabbed more plates, iron plates, because this is actually going to take quite a few of them. Running 4 lines from here the rest of the way. And we're pretty close to the base. A 1,000 might be a little overkill, but I know we should make it. So this is kind of our first bus line for this world. This is a bus line of resources. That's not where we want to be. And bottom one. Clicky clicky. I don't like that sometimes you don't get the little clicking sound that it's actually snapping to the spot that you want it to. Kind of don't like that they're that close together, but it might be fine once the base expands all the way over here. And we bring these into the base a little bit differently. Any of our ore catching up to us or keeping up with us? Alright, so we are basically back to the base and none of the ore is catching up to us yet. Maybe you can see the caterium ore kind of peeking. Yep, there's the caterium ore. I don't think the iron ore was much behind that. So I think what we're going to do for right now is going to be the first one. We're going to take the first one off. Basically right here. And then basically run it along here. Until we get back to this splitter here. Okay, so that should get us, yeah, that'll get us our iron ore back into this production line of rotors. And honestly, it probably wouldn't been too terrible of an idea to tear all of this apart and maybe move it down here closer to the, but that'll be for a future, that'll be something for a future episode or future stream. Probably figuring out a little bit better layout for this stuff. Right now I'm just trying to get as much of it automated as we can, so at least the machines are crafting the items for us, so we can continue to advance into milestones, and then maybe our caterium ore is down to here. And then maybe then in the future we can do a little more with other things, like we can rearrange, we can figure out better layouts, so we can get our foundations laid out all the way across here and make the actual base, and then figure out, okay, so this chunk of 5 by 9 squares is going to be our iron factory, and we build up an iron factory in that, leave a couple foundations worth of walk space in between them, and then build the next building right next to it. That's kind of what I'm thinking for this world, how we're gonna do it. Our iron is getting close. Well, at least 2 of them are. There's the 3rd one. Sweet. Perfect. I love it. That turned out pretty well. We have to go back and fix some of the floaty time. I don't like having it just float, but that looks pretty awesome. I think it turned out really well. But I think we are going to go ahead and leave this episode or this stream here. I just want to take a look at our milestones. So we did the caterium technology, which allowed us to get these things. We crafted our blade runners. We made some quick wire, and we have our caterium ore coming in, so we can actually automate some of this quick wire, and it automates and goes really quickly. So maybe we can do that really quick. We're still basically working towards getting these modular frames automated. Do we have any additional? Okay, we can research quickwire. Oh, we need 100 of it though. Alright, so yeah, let's actually figure out a way to peel the quick wire off up here. Or the, not the quick wire, but the cadmium ore. So maybe we want iron. Maybe we want the iron to come along here. If this will work this way. It should though. And this is more than likely kind of just a temporary setup. Because I think these two lines, I'm going to use these two lines for the modular frames. That one's going down to the rotors. Okay. So we got that. They're all stepping down, so then we can, I think we can go basically right here. Just kind of step down our cadmium. And then if we just build something quickly here just to kind of get the product being made, we could put a smelter, a constructor. We put the smelter in backwards. Smelter and a constructor and a storage. That should be all we need. Kind of a quick, simple cadmium setup. And then we just need to get it down to here without making it look super silly. Which is going to be easier said than done. Will this come down to here? No, that's going to be too steep. I know it'll do this drop, but then will this drop do that? No, but it'll go straight into there. What if we put this one closer? Alright, doesn't look the greatest, but it'll work. So that'd be cadmium, quick wire, and into storage. Now it's just a matter of powering it. Which we should be able to basically well, it sure gets dark at nighttime in this game. Okay, so that should give us cadmium more. Quick wire. Yep, so we have quick wire coming out. And that actually should be operating at 100%. So we're getting 60 ore in, which is making 15 ingots per minute. This is needing 15 ingots per minute to make 60 quick wire per minute. and our quick wire's coming in. We need 100 of it to do that next research, which shouldn't take long. We don't need a whole lot. And actually, let's dump that ore into there. Get this last research started in the MAM, and then we're gonna call this stream for the night. So what do we need? 58. And we got 100. So we can go research our catarium, well, our quick wire. How are you doing? You're empty and you're filling that up. Alright, perfect. Could maybe even add more storage onto that because we'll definitely need more concrete. Alright, so quick wire, 100. Wow. 22 minutes this research takes. Or analysis. That's quite a while. I didn't realize it took that long. Okay. I think, yep, and our rotors are being made again. The thing that we got is I don't remember. Well, we know we have 60 coming in because the belt can only handle 60. So split to 30, 30. This is actually getting 20. This is getting 15. So yeah, this is filling up. Don't know why I did it that way before. So we might need to look at the, we'll have to look at the efficiency. Double check what we are making. What our miner is kicking out. I believe it was 60. Might actually be 120 though. But our belt's only capable of 60 anyway. No, it was 60 because I said it would be 60, 60 would be 120, 180 if we wanted to try to do it in one belt and then split it all. But we're going to leave the stream here, so thanks anybody that stopped by. Hit the like button if you liked what you saw, and subscribe if you want to see more content. I do have another world that I have a YouTube series on, or another series on YouTube, and this world is a little bit further along in the progression just because I was able to stream quite a bit longer, so that one's starting to lag behind, but I am trying to do things a little bit differently, and that one's in a totally different biome, the grass biome. So there's different challenges with that, and in that one we're looking at, in the next episode we'll be placing down our space elevator. So that's where we're at for that type of progression on that one. So again, hit the like button if you liked what you saw, subscribe if you want to see more content, and I will talk to everybody later. See ya.